gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Japanese campaign, where we are fighting the Soviet Union in America, in Africa, as Japan. The war has just begun, and so far, first victories are mine. I'm confident I can win this war. However, suggest I win this war. I take the African colonies, that's no question. I push into Europe, most likely no problem either. Starting with Spain, then moving on to Italy and Greece. Yeah, I can see a lovely Japanese Europe taking shape, but after that, I think I'm pretty much done with this campaign. Yeah, sure, France has 141 ships. No capital ships. The Brits have a more balanced fleet, but yeah, look at the difference here. 10 battleships, 14, 4 versus 4, 15 versus 20. Yeah. We'll see, but it's highly likely that this campaign is running to its end pretty damn fast, actually. Pretty damn fast indeed. Let's see, 5 months for a battle cruiser, 13 months for some heavies. The new heavies, actually, to come off the line. Refit, 4 months. Okay. We have a fair bit of capacity currently. So I guess we start by upgrading 4 more heavy cruisers. Just checking. Okay. Yeah, then we reached some of the battleships. The Asai class, we have 4 of them. Let's do an upgrade, shall we? Because they're not upgraded. At least, not to the modern level. Let's refit. Now we have 16-inch guns, Mark III. Better oil. Gear turbines is fine, actually. I would love to get extra torpedo protection on them. Yeah, that's more than doable. We have a Citadel 2. A Citadel 5 is a bit much, but a Citadel 3? Well, let's work on that. Luckily, you do have a Generation 1 radar already. Yeah, let's use that. Okay. How much overweight are we? 800 tons. Yikes. Got some range. That's 400 tons. Bring the engine down again. I would love the anti-torp, but if I don't, then we actually can make this work. Okay, I prefer making my ships work. We are completely balanced, however, seeing the absurd firepower on the destroyers, I'm gonna add a couple extra guns. There we go. Save design. That'll be nice. A battleship ready for service. Tick tock, tick tock. There we go. Three of them can be upgraded. One of them is in service currently somewhere. Yeah, let's upgrade 2 of them. That is 6 months. That's doable. Okay. Anything else I need to do this turn? No, I don't think so. So let's hit the end turn. Hopefully my battleship group here got that battle cruiser. That would be nice. No, we got a submarine. Heavy cruiser should be easy killings, indeed. Oof. Senegal has been taken, ladies and gentlemen. The first of the invasions is a success. And that's good, because this battle group needs to return and repair immediately. It's pretty banged up. This division is doing fine. It is not a big Russian division here, just a battle cruiser. The battleship is moving off together with the other ships, moving towards a naval invasion of the Netherlands, it seems. Would be nice if we could interrupt that. But to do so, I need at least a decent battle group. Well, that battleship is out of action. Zuio will take 2 turns to reactivate. That leaves me with Haruna here. That's not enough. Yatsé is also mothballed. Nope. No, we don't have the battleships currently available. Maybe if this battleship gets repaired, maybe pull this battleship, a couple of these battleships back from here. Yeah, then it is doable. Saving the Netherlands would be a useful cause, I think. Okay. You know what? Move over there and join up with a... Two heavies and 3 destroyers join up with that fleet. That should be enough to deal with this, right? Let's hope so. Otherwise, we can also get Fiji in. 6 13-inch guns. Yeah, let's do so. Hopefully it works. Okay, then we have a battlecruiser Congo arriving in Africa. I'm gonna move you immediately over here to assist in that naval invasion. This one should be fine. Okay. Is there anything else I need to do? I don't really think so, but let's increase tension with the Great Britain. Please, Kay, thank you. Shipbuilding capacity is looking good. 7 ships being refitted, 1 being repaired. Alright. The refits get replaced with... Ooh, we're slightly over capacity now. No. Terribly sorry, Duchies. But I need the ships for myself currently. Enemy battlecruiser is moving off as well, leaving the submarine. So let's move an anti-submarine group in. 3 ships will do. Gathering up my ships. I need 1 more turn for that. And then I can move in to suppress the invasion here. Which will be glorious. Glorious, I tell you. This invasion is looking good. Anything happening here? Didn't think so. Anything happening over here? Good. The fact that I own Vladivostok already makes this a lot easier. A lot easier. But we are over capacity currently. So let's visit the ships under construction. Suspend you for a turn. Should be enough, right? Yeah. That caught the submarine before it did any damage. "14-inch Mark V. Alright. Alright. Before I do anything else, resume construction there. I have ships with 14-inch guns, right? Yeah. The Iwamis. And Zuio as well, they got 14-inch guns. What I could do... These ships are all in storage right now, but I can keep the model up to date. At least a bit. There's nothing wrong with 14-inch guns, but I think these are 14-inch Mark IIs. No. Weapons? No, they're Mark IIIs. Let's upgrade them. Let's see if we can make this happen. Because these are Mark V's, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you can turn. That looks nasty. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. Gonna have to remove those guns. Alright, let's make you a bit fatter. We could go to a triple setup for this ship. Alright, hold on. Let's get rid of them. Let's take a look. We got 15 Mark 4s, Mark 3, Mark 3, Mark 3. Yeah, I do want to stay with the 14-inchers. How about I go 2 quadruple guns as my main guns? And what does this do? Add a quadruple 6-incher as a secondary battery. And do the same on this side, of course. If possible. We like to move it, move it. Okay, there we go. Getting those 6-inchers there. These are 3-inchers as a secondary battery, but I wonder... I would very much like 2 Barbettes. Because, come on, that looks so much cooler. The question is, can we make this work? Yes, we can. Crip 5 goes to modern. I might even be able to sneak in a double hull. Nice. Although, still need that. Ooh, that's getting it a bit close there. Let's balance you out a bit, shall we? Okay, balanced out. 100 tons. It's a battleship. No need for acoustics, no need for RDFs. We got heavy radar. Yeah, forget about the acoustics on this one. 28 knots. 2 heavy 14-inch guns. Yeah. Why not? Let's do something different. And this will keep the ship operational as well, which is good. This is the 7th upgrade already on this ship. This is one of those ships that is ending its lifespan. Let's get Yatsei upgraded. Okay. Should just be within... Oh, come on. Did I miscalculate that? Well, obviously. Yeah, 3 months for the battle cruiser. Let's suspend this cruiser for a turn or two. Yeah, 2 turns, then we should be good. Then we should be good again. Then we should be good. Okay. Naval invasion looking very strong currently. Did that battle cruiser arrive yet? Yes, it did. Good. Good. I'm gonna move those forces back into the Mediterranean afterwards, I think. And we have a nasty fleet on standby here. However, where did the Russian fleet go? I don't see him. Is this the fleet? No. That said, though, we could move this fleet over here and start invading. Fuck it, let's do it. Let's invade part of Russia. See what happens. Advanced fire controls, good. Ooh, one of my destroyers hit a mine. That's interesting. Colony secured. Moving towards the Black Sea with this fleet. They're not going to take anything in the Black Sea, but we'll see. Naval invasion. Prussia is 433,000 for such a small area. That's bloody insane. How much fleet power do I have here? 307. Lithuania, sure. If we can't take Prussia, we'll start off with the bigger territory of Lithuania. Not necessarily a better area, but yeah. Colombia is attacking Brazil. I don't care. Persian should fall next turn. That would remove the Russian ports in the Indies, so to say. Although, don't think you can really say it's the Indies, right? Yeah, let's refit those 2 battleships as well. We can afford it. And let's refit you as well. That is a lot of battleships being refitted now. 6 is a bit on the high side, but we'll manage. We still have 11 battleships in service after all. Destroyer Zoikaku. Wow. Well done, Greece. We have another battle cruiser. I'm gonna divert that to the Black Sea as well, together with the Persian fleet, to start attacking the Russians there. Two strikes and a naval invasion. Building new ships. So someone is. Although probably not the Americans currently. Ah, poor Americans. Just imagine growing to be one of the most powerful nations in the world and then ending up in the remnants of Spain. The last Russian transports in that area, good. Cleaned up. Okay. Move that battleship there. We have another battleship. Setsu. Please move over there. A smaller escort group will go to block Constantinople Strait. And yeah, that's it. That's all the ships we had in that sector. Good, 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 good. Naval invasion here is looking very strong as well. I wonder how the Russians will respond to that, if they will respond to that. Also, I do wonder where that big Russian fleet went. I lost her, which is annoying. Kronstadt? No. No idea where that fleet went. Maybe it got killed by the Dutch? Let's hope so. We got some capacity. How about adding 6 extra heavy cruisers? Because that's pretty much... And resume construction on you. The heavy cruisers is pretty much the ship class that is fairly weak under my command currently. Like 2 episodes ago, last episode it was, we lost a fair few of them. Or almost lost them against destroyer gunfire. Yeah, sure. Well, guess not. It was a fair offer. Yeah, auto-resolving that. Super torpedo protection. Greece. Any comma? Nope. That's not a good deal. Not enough money. Not enough money, sir. Alright, here comes my fleet. Next turn we should reach the Black Sea. 2 out of 6. And of course the Russians are getting blocked here. Thank you, battleship. Ooh, armor forging. What do we get? Superior armor forging. Nice. And superior armor quality 2. Internals protection. Advanced survivability. Okay. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Do we need to build anything else currently? Maybe build some extra kitakamis? It's not really a lot of shipbuilding capacity. And we are going to lose destroyers, so getting some replacements queued up never hurts. Not to mention that these are the big destroyers. Although not necessarily the best. Transport gone. Good, good. No. Dutch plus 120%. Okay, look at that. Now that, monetary wise, is worth it. Look at that. We found a Russian battle group again. Alright, she's moving to stop the invasion. At least she's gonna attempt to. These 3 cruisers. Let's go and harass. No, not there. New orders. Move against a submarine group. Okay, we have ships in the Black Sea now. Naval invasion. Invade Romania. I mean, why not, right? Liberate Romania, not invade Romania. Liberate, liberate. Indeed. Now let's hit the end turn. meeting coming up. Ooh, we got the submarines. Sank one. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. The main Russian fleet against a battleship formation of mine. 16-incher, 13, 18.1, 18.1, 18.1. I have the caliber, but do I have the survivability? Those Russian destroyers, as we saw, they are very good. A lot of destroyer divisions. Oh god. Let's take a look at the total numbers, shall we? Okay, 5 battleships against 1. 2 heavies versus 1 heavy. 5 lights versus 14. Oh dear. 11 destroyers versus 15. We know the light cruisers are okay. Their heavy cruiser is crap. Their battleship is good. Their destroyers are devastatingly good. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. How this battle will end. Okay, that's all said and done. Let's start organizing, shall we? Okay. We have 2 heavy cruisers. I think I'll allow them to operate separately. Or maybe I should add them in a... Should I add a battle line? Make it a battle line. Let's take a look. What kind of battleships do we have? Okay. You are very interesting as well. You have those extra 5-inchers as secondary. Then we have Musashi, Yamato, and a cheap Yamato. Okay. Musashi, detach. Yamato, join up with Musashi. And Taibo, join up with them. We're going with 2 battleship divisions, and these heavy cruisers will join up with Battleship Division 2. Yeah. So 1 heavy battleship group with 18-inchers, and 1 with more caliber guns. Okay, okay, I can work with that. I have 5 light cruisers. They can do 40 knots. Detach. Combine. And form Bruticus. Oh no, wait. Yes, Bruticus was my favorite transformer. Well, not my favorite transformer, but my favorite combiner. I mean, nothing beats Soundwave. Not in the modern movies, by the way. Just, you know, the old Transformers. And the destroyer Take may actually join up with these battleships and act as a escort there. Turning off torpedoes. Turning off avoidance. Okay. Okay. Tenryu. And she will go to the other side of the fleet. With her escorts. Musashi will take the center line here. Then Then we have Tonne. And Nika. Over there, please. Slowly forming up the fleet. Often I do this off screen. Often I just quickly set it up, but I have the feeling this is gonna be a scary fight, right? This is gonna be a scary one. I want my light ships to drop down to 30 knots, please. Tonne, get in line. 30 knots there as well. And the last group may start her turn. Shihade. Okay. Musashi, turn straight. The game is afoot, ladies and gentlemen. Now my heavy cruisers have some problems with the speed of the battleships. Obviously. That, or they're delivering mail. Not quite sure which. Okay, Nikki may get in line as well. Okay. The fleet is spreading out. We're going wide. Because I have the feeling, in fact, I'm going even wider than this. Flanking ships go wide. Because I don't want to get enveloped by the large amount of enemy destroyers. My mission is to keep this division, Division 2. This division needs to survive. I don't care as much about Fuji and Yunyo. If that division gets nuked, okay, so be it. I'll be grumpy if Musashi and Yamato get yeah. If I lose those ships, I've ended campaigns when I lost those two in a single turn. And I might do so again. However, the enemy is still far away, right? Like probably some 40 kilometers out currently. Heavy cruisers are finally slowing down. That's good. Contact. Where? There. Freeze game for a second. Enemy battleship. Range to target 52 kilometers. That means I'm almost in weapon range for these guns, which is terrifying when you think about that. Shots out. Ladies and gentlemen, the battle has begun. And there go the Yamato guns. Musashi, Yamato, we're going to turn that entire line and broadside. We're going to port, right? Starboard, I think it was. Yeah, port is left. Please fire armor-piercing rounds. Please focus your fire on that battleship only. Confirm. Yeah, you are targeting the battleship. Good. Light cruiser line may start to do that. Tonne may turn as well. Kara may turn. Second battleship line may turn. So far, no hits have been recorded. Enemy lost sight of Tabo. This division may start the first smoke screen. Lock torpedoes, fire when ready. Come on. You're 24 kilometers out. You have 24 kilometer torpedo range. Just out of range. Unfortunate. We should have another division here. 26 kilometers. Attack speed. Engage. I regret this smoke screen currently. Aggressive torpedoes, try again. Sonne. We scored a 18-inch gun hit. Excellent. Fire torpedoes on the battleship. At the battleship, please. Torpedo away. Missionary, you have 5 torpedoes. No luck, no luck, no luck. Targeted light cruiser instead. This destroyer. Target that light cruiser instead. Just fire them if you can. Torpedoes away. Smoke up. You have not fired your torpedo. Alright, division, torpedoes off. Confirm on this division. Torpedo launched. No launch here. Lock on a different target. No launch here either. Lock on a different target. Plot a course out, back, please. Battleship lines. Enemy is charging, so we are pulling back. And you girls are pulling back quickly now. Yeah, run, run, run. Maximum speed, get out of there. Something got hit by a torpedo. Not the battleship, but something. The battleship expertly dodged the torpedo attack. That is unfortunate. Oh, look at that. Aggressive fire torpedoes. You are out of torpedoes. My god. So quickly that my light cruiser line here got caught by those enemy guns. Freeze game. Confirm. Battleships. Main guns are still targeting that enemy battleship. Okay. Enemy is not in secondary range yet. You may retreat. Tighten up formation. Run, run, run. We are going to pull these flanks back in. Destroyer gone. Yeah, they just... Look at that rush all of a sudden. Bloody insane. Torpedo hit on the enemy destroyer. But... yeah, it stops the charge of this ship. But... yeah. What can I say? Bloody hell. so the fact that you did not fire your torpedoes is annoying. Aggressive torpedoes authorized. Structural. Jeez. Okay, that's one entire of my divisions crushed by the enemy. Smoke up, aggressive torpedoes authorized, lock torpedoes around there, and fire if you can. Let's evade. There goes my second flanking division. We're scoring some torpedo hits on the enemy destroyers, but, you know, for some odd reason, my 22-inch torpedoes here did not fire either. What? Concentrate fire. Should be okay, but let's turn away, please. Activate torpedo avoidance here, not necessary, okay. Battleships, fire at will. Stop shooting at the enemy battleship, just shoot at whatever. They're just not hitting those. And they're only doing 40 knots, but yeah, I remember why I don't like late game. It's these kind of shenanigans. Destroyer is part of this division. Battleship turn. We're currently all focused on this one destroyer here on this side. This division has fire torpedoes. I certainly hope so, otherwise you're doomed. Well, you might be doomed anyway. You have no more torpedoes. Yeah, and again, a destroyer that did not launch. I think this launcher is stuck. Oh my god. That means all my small destroyers are useless. Oh god. Destroyer gone. But the destroyer for a destroyer is a trait that I will lose in the end. We're going to turn away from the main enemy force here. Yeah, okay, that's this entire division neutralized. The destroyer is just, you know, taking 40k damage and still being alive. Come on, light cruiser. Please tell me, yeah, the destroyer's gone. Good, 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 good. Why are you all so slow? Because it's just a slow division. It's as simple as that. Torpedoes inbound though. So let's start your turn. Counter launch. But, okay, hold on. These heavy cruisers. Let's take manual control. Detach and detach. Slight turn. Heavy turn here. That torpedo is gone. Good. Then prepare for a counterattack with those torpedoes. Turn. You only have 10 torpedoes remaining. Well, damn it. Aggressive. You. Lock on you. Aggressive. Torpedoes away. This cruiser still waiting for launch. Torpedoes away. Prepare to turn. To fire the other. Okay, you turn the other direction, please. The battleship, stop dodging and start turning this way. Ooh, no. Keep dodging. Done a turn. What's on that flank? Another destroyer. I'm gonna turn one of my cruisers to help this one. Okay. You dodged that attack. Excellent. Cruiser Tenerife is gone. That was my flanking ship. That's not great, because I don't want you facing the destroyer. I mean, with all due respect, I know what a heavy cruiser of mine can do against a Russian destroyer. Nothing. Okay. Hoo-wee. Aggressive torpedoes fire in that general direction. That'll be fine. Heavy cruiser turn. At least we're hitting this one. And this is one of the faster ones, 50.7 knots. I mean, it's a glass cannon besides that, right? Also, wow, we just scored a torpedo hit on her. Yeah. What kind of engine do you have, anyway? Rudder shaft, a gas turbines, okay. Well, fair. So, first part of the engagement is over. I think I lost half of my fleet. I don't think the enemy... Well, the enemy lost a couple of smaller ships, but nothing to write home about. So far, they won this engagement. Kara, please turn. In fact, join up, yeah, with the 2 battleship group. That'll be fine. This destroyer. Heavy cruisers, go. Take. Detach. Prepare to engage. Here we have the cruiser Tonne. You girls, join up with her. Ooh, yeah, 30 knots is still fine. Honestly. There are times I dislike this game. Mostly whenever I'm playing late game. And facing stupidly fast ships. These torpedoes will miss. We scored 8k damage on that enemy battleship. That enemy battleship did 1 hit. 23, yeah, you deleted one of my escort ships, didn't you? Musashi. Continue firing at the enemy battleship, please. Now let's speed up to 3 times speed, while my fleet regroups. Of course, the enemy fleet is completely thrown in disarray as well during this engagement. That's a good thing. Okay, Nakara is forming the rear guards. Excellent. Enemy charge. But enemy charge might be countered by the torpedo. Nope, of course not. Of course not. Activate torpedo avoidance, please, on the battleships. A good hit. That might actually be just enough to save her from that disaster. I think it was a torpedo detonation. Okay. Scary one. Yeah, oddly enough, I missed my 14-inch guns. They would have been far more useful against this massive destroyer flotilla than the 18-inchers. Still, every now and then we get a nice hit in with the bigger guns. In this case, that was a 16-inch hit. Musashi, please target the enemy battleship. Yamato, targeted cruiser. And Taibo, do whatever. Regroup this escort. Don't let Take run away, because I need her. Tighten up formation on the heavy cruisers and prepare for torpedo attack. We scored a nice hit on a destroyer there. You're out of torpedoes. You probably can't fire them. You're almost out. Smoke up. Prepare to engage. Heavies. Prepare to disengage. Musashi, Yamato, run. And yeah, all guns are on the destroyer. That's coming in with 50 knots. Okay, something sinks over there. We got a hit in on her torpedo. Good, 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 good. That saves my ships from another disaster. Engine down, 2 engines down. Yeah, that ship will drop down on her speed. And that means we can kill her. Yeah, there we go. That was the hit I wanted to see. Oh my god, we're running out of main gun ammo already. At first I was afraid, now I'm petrified. Thinking I could sink those ships, but now you're by my side. What are you doing? Okay, lock on that one. Move in this direction, please. I mean, I'm willing to engage these light cruisers with my heavies, that's okay. Not even half a second, and they're targeting new ships again. I wanted to say something else, but I didn't. I'm very proud of myself. Aggressive torpedoes, authorized. Give them a volley. Looking at you, also. Possible torpedo. Let's turn a bit. Maybe then we'll also be able to shoot the torpedoes. I think the angle is wrong currently. Nope, at this range you should have had an angle. No luck. Slightly pull back. We have a destroyer trying to come in again. But so far, my fleet is holding. Okay, let's... I'm tempted to form a single battle line, but let's not. Too dangerous. Keep blasting these light cruisers, please. With my 18-inch guns. You girls will stop firing your torpedoes. That destroyer in that fleet, please. And they're smoking up. Damn it. What's going on here? That's 2 torpedo hits on Fuji. That makes me grumpy, but it was to be expected, right? It's the weakest of my battleship lines. This is our chance to neutralize 2 destroyers, though. Maybe I should turn back in. Go to that side. Yeah, let's prepare to change course. We're going to turn our fleet around. And for the love of God, this light cruiser is annoying me so much. This battleship is taking 5k damage due to the destroyers just shooting at me like this, which is a bit overkill considering it's 5-inch guns. Not to mention odd that you can still move. I mean, your engine has been knocked out ages ago. Okay, there you go. I think you got the message. Alright, battleship Fiji is damaged, but still functional. We should be able to take down this destroyer as well, hopefully. Heavy cruisers, stay at range. Don't let those destroyers catch you. Okay, that's Division 6. Join up with Division 6, you two. Okay, destroyer gone. Excellent. Here I am, cheering because I killed a destroyer. Hit on you. Okay, switch targets. On the other one, because this one will no longer reach... Ooh, 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 torpedoes, torpedoes, torpedoes. Heavy cruisers dodge. Okay, dodge successful, I reckon. You didn't dodge successfully, though. You're out of torpedoes. You still have 40 torpedoes, but you did not fire them earlier when I asked you to. I mean, what? Did we forget the ammo? We're forming a single battleship line now. We have one group remaining to screen. Out of the, what, 4 groups that I had? Man. Okay, that's a shot in the right direction. Not sure what that was aimed at, but... Holy! Did you fire again? Are you? No. Weird shit. Weird shit, ladies and gentlemen. That's sad though. Things are looking okay-ish. Yes, we lost a lot of small ships, but so did they. Not as many as I did though, I think. I think my losses are higher. But again, shots like this will help. I'd love to be able to catch that battleship though. "23 knots. Yeah, Fiji is the ship slowing us down immensely. You know as well. And the destroyer. Okay, we have a light cruiser group. Deal with those 2 ships, please. Main guns, secondary guns, close in and kill him. You are targeting Hashikate, but not for much longer, I think. Torpedoes away. Oh, come on. Activate torpedo dodge and stop the torpedo dodge. The battle line is doing fine. Okay. That's 2 Russian destroyers neutralized. Well, 1 neutralized, 1 killed. What do we have here, though? Slow. The other ones are less damaged, so we're going to target the less damaged ones in this case. Battleships. If you can, shoot at that ship there. I'd love to damage or cripple that enemy battleship by now. That would be very useful, I think. Also, Musashi set blood a course away from the destroyers. We scored a hit on the battleship. No serious damage. That battleship is very well armored, really. 12 inches all round. Okay, flooding hits. I'd love for you girls to knock out those torpedoes, if you could. heavy cruisers. Where are you? Overshot the target, but Show Me is essentially out of ammo, so is Asso, so yeah, you may retreat. I mean, what use is a ship that's out of ammo, right? Destroyer down. Targeting the next one. Come on. You know what? Target all the guns. At this range, 6-inch guns should be devastating to you. There we go. And just for shits and giggles, I'm going to do a turn. Another hit on the battleship. Sadly, no serious damage. To slightly turn in. Okay. Well, this was a tough fight, ladies and gentlemen. A fight I did not enjoy. I'll be honest, I did not enjoy that fight. I wish I could redo it. We're closing in with the 3-inch guns because that's pretty much all we have left. Should be enough to kill. Ooh, hold on. That was a serious hit on the battleship. Yeah, look at that. Wonderful, wonderful. That's what we want to see more of. Hit, good. Engine damage on the destroyer, good. You will not get away from me. It's another 4K hit. Yeah, the battleship is starting to take damage now. That's that. Smokescreen and disengage with the light division. You're getting a bit close to the enemy. Musashi still has plenty of ammo, so does Yamato. One destroyer remaining. Fiji is starting to run low. Yunyo is essentially out. But hey. Okay, light cruiser group survived. Excellent. Wow, that's another almost 10k hit on the battleship. We're seeing her entire bow section flood out for a second. That is good. Yeah, we're really starting to penetrate her. That said, though, yeah. If we can kill the battleship, disengage afterwards, and to battle afterwards, we should be in a good position, right? Then again, that would feel wrong. I mean, there is still a large group of enemy escorts. It would be wrong to disengage. So what do we have? 90 shells, a couple of secondary shells, and how many main shells on you? None. Great. That was another hit on that battleship. Battleship is taking serious damage now. Yeah, I'm only keeping Yunyo in the fleet currently for her secondary battery protection. Okay, there come the light ships. Now, what's the course of that enemy battleship? You are moving to the east slowly. Let's start a turn. Their light cruisers are mostly intact. Mostly. We're going to close the... Ow! What was that? Did we get in torpedo range? No way. Did we get in torpedo range? Nah, these are light cruisers. They don't have torpedoes. What a... It must have been a 17-inch shell. Must have been a 17-incher. Lay a smoke screen, and you girls lay a smoke screen as well. Let's make it a bit harder for the enemy to hit these battleships in their turn. We're targeting smaller ships currently. We lost sight of the battleship. Musashi Yamato, keep firing at that battleship, please. What my other ships do is up to them. You're out of ammo. You're almost out of ammo. Yeah, that was a gun that blew up. Such a large amount of small ships. It's bloody insane. And I have the feeling they will come for me soon. You girls pull away a bit. Musashi, pull away a bit. 700 hit on the battleship, good. Again, Musashi Yamato, keep firing over there, please. We have a couple of torpedoes, but I don't think they will fire, but it's worth a try, right? So let's keep that activated. Well, at least you sank a cruiser. Fine. Okay, destroyer. Target that one. Aggressive torpedoes, please. In fact, I'm going to detach the destroyer, turn you away. Please, for the love of God, tell me you can fire your torpedoes. This is some serious hits on the enemy there. Excellent, excellent. You don't have long-range torpedoes, do you? Oh, yes, you do. Oh, 22 kilometer range torpedoes. I mean, come on. They're not destroyed, are they? No. Again, a destroyer. This one should work. That all said and done, though, these battleships just nuked the enemy cruiser force. And that is pulling me ahead, I think. Pulling me ahead greatly. Oh, it's okay. I forgot about you. 200 kilometers out. Bloody hell. Good. Yep. The enemy keeps their cruisers currently, the AI, at a long range. They are trying to regroup around a damaged ship. Maybe the battleship? I don't know. But it cost the enemy. It cost them dearly. Musashi has done 200k damage. Yamato, nearly 200k, 270. Fiji 50, you know, yeah. It's some good damage done by my surviving ships. That is all but the heavy cruisers, I think. Well, no, 66k. But yeah, the fact that these torpedoes did not fire is annoying. And I really don't want to retreat you now currently, just in case a destroyer flotilla is lurking about somewhere. I mean, I am gonna retreat this division. Except Take, you will join up at the battleship. You still have enough ammo, you will rejoin the battleship line. The light cruisers are essentially out of ammo, so I'm gonna pull them out. Okay, there goes the cruiser. We're seeing return fire from an enemy battleship. Right about there. And that's the thing, the enemy ships are probably escorting that very badly damaged battleship. Once the battleship is gone, I think we'll either see a charge of the enemy or a retreat. Either goes. Let's fire a high explosive salvo. Outbound. Blocked. No, we're not gonna end the battle until this battleship is dead. You hear me? Or as dead as possible. Really? Musashi's gun is not turning either. Yamato's gun is stuck as well. Oh my god. So we have destroyers that do not fire properly, and we have battleships that do not fire properly. This is not good. That's sad. We're still doing enough damage. Ooh, it looks like one of her guns blew up. She's out of main gun ammo. Excellent. Range 30 kilometers. Let's close in fact. Let's go straight at her. Well, we still have two guns if we do this. And maybe, hopefully, if they were stuck, we could get them unstuck now. No, it's just very... How did I miss that in the upgrades? Hilarious. 1% and enemy battleship gone. Yeah. Bye. 11 ships lost. Oh my. 2 light cruisers. And essentially my entire destroyer force. Enemy lost a single battleship, a single heavy, 4, 5, 6, 7 light cruisers, and almost all of their destroyers. Oh, thank God. Damage dealt. Ladies and gentlemen, Taibo, well done. Mostly with your 18-inchers. I think you caused the ammo detonation on the enemy battleship. Look at that. Musashi and Yamato? Yeah. Very well done. Both exactly the same damage. The least damage I've done was with a destroyer, and that still did 40k damage. Yeah. That's sad though. No. No. Whatever. I currently have a fleet here without escorts, essentially. The Russians still have 16 submarines, including a submarine in the area, so it's 2 more turns. If I can hold 2 more turns, I can just hide in that port over there. Come on. Why can't I? Move ships. What is blocking me? Something is blocking me from entering here. I do not know what. Okay. This naval invasion is looking good. I need serious escort reinforcements, and I need them yesterday. Light cruisers, destroyers, leave the battleship? Well, leave the battleship enough as in, let's move you to North America. That's a better position for you. I like the fact that we're seeing minor nation ships currently at sea. Brazilian ships. They make the cut. That's 26,000. I'd like some extra destroyers. You know what? Let's move this entire fleet in. Okay. That should give me enough firepower to assist in this invasion. Whew. Pooh-wee. Now, Yamato design. All 3 of these ships have this issue. So let's immediately upgrade. But oh, look at the time. 1.5 hours. Oh god, I have to edit that. I see you next time, ladies and gentlemen, when we make some emergency changes to my ships. Until then, take care.